Hi friends, good morning. Today we are going to discuss another session of group theory, that is unitary group. Right? In the last lecture we have seen what is an orthogonal group, what is a special orthogonal group, and how can we solve its number of independent components. That all we have seen. Right? So what is a unitary group? A set of all n by n unitary matrix. Right? N by 2 unitary matrix with the operation of matrix is multiplication form a unitary group, right? Unitary matrix satisfies this u dagger is equal to I. This already we have seen in linear algebra, right? Let the parameters of suppose a unitary matrix. So a unitary matrix is a complex number. In a complex plane we can represent this unitary matrix because we are selecting the transpose conjugate, that is the unitary matrix. So complex variable may be also the part of the unitary matrix, right? So we can represent a unitary matrix in general format: a1 plus ib1, a2 plus ib2, a3 plus ib3, a4 plus ib4, right? With the a1, a2, a3, a4 are the corresponding real parts, and b1, b2, b3, b4 are the corresponding imaginary part. Okay, all right. Now we can see this for a unitary group, each element should satisfy u dagger is equal to I. All right. So I am multiplying this u. What is u dagger? U dagger means transpose conjugate, right? So if you take the transpose of this, what would be the answer? So transpose of this is, that is a1 plus ib1, here a3 plus ib3. Now a3, this is u transpose a3, not a2 plus ib2, a2 plus ib2, and a4 plus ib4. Now to get the unitary matrix u dagger, you have to take the conjugate of this also, right? That is unitary matrix. So u transpose all conjugate, right? That is equal to a1 minus ib1, a3 minus ib3, and then a2 minus ib2, and a4 minus ib4. All right. Okay. So if I am multiplying this that should be equal to I. Okay. Now by multiplication we can convert this into a simplest form, this left hand side, right? This left hand side I can represent as this a1 square plus b1 square. So when I am multiplying this, I can represent this as, I am multiplying this, that is a1 square plus b1 square plus a2 square plus b2 square. And when I am multiplying this with this group, then a1 a3, right? So I can write before multiplication this as a1 plus ib1 into a3 plus ib3, right? This is minus, right? And we have plus a2 plus ib2 into a4 minus ib4, a4 minus ib4. And similarly we have two more elements here, a3 plus ib3 into a1 minus ib1 plus a4 plus, so let me write this down. Okay, so a4 plus ib4 into a2 minus ib2. All right. So the next term is a3 square plus b3 square plus a4 square plus b4 square. Okay. So this should be equal to 1 0 0 1. So this would be equal to 1, and this will be, these both terms will be equal to 0, and again this term should be equal to 1, right? So when I am equating, I will get 4 equations, right? With how many number of unknowns? 8 unknowns, right? See how many unknowns here: a1 b1, a2 b2, a3 b3, a4 b4. 8 unknowns we have, right? So 8 unknown, and we can see how many equations we have. We have 4 equations. All equations are different, right? 4 equations. So what is number of independent parameters? That is number of unknown minus number of equations. That is 8 minus 4, that is equal to 4. So as we have chosen n by n matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. So I can say this is 2 square, right? So how many independent variable we have? N square. We can directly say n square. Okay. So how we can form? How we formed it? Right? Number of unknown. So we selected n by n matrix. So right. So we selected 2 by 2. That means n is equal to 2. So how many unknowns? That is we have 8. How 8 formed? 2n square. That is 2 square 4. 4 into 2 8. So we have 2n square unknowns. Right? Now number of equations. How many number of equations we have? How many number of equations we have? Okay. Number of equation is that is n square minus n. Right? So we have off diagonal elements. Note that the equation corresponding to off diagonal element. See, we have formed one equation here and another equation here, and we have got 4 equation diagonals. Diagonally we got 4 equation. So here we have 1 plus 1, 2 equation. So that is equal to, we considered 2 by 2 order. So we have 2. And off diagonal, how many matrix? How many equation we formed? That is n square minus. So here we have n equation. Here we have n square minus n equation. Right? That is 2 square minus n. That is 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So these values you are substituting here. Number of unknown 2n square and number of equation, that is along the diagonal, that is n, and along the off diagonal, that is n square minus n. So that is equal to, final solution will be n square. So to find the number of independent variable in a unitary group, you have to find n square. Okay, number of independent parameters you can directly find out by using this formula n square. All right, but in a special, in a orthogonal group, that is n into n minus 1 by 2, that we have already discussed. Now what is a special unitary group? Special unitary group means it is unitary group with we can say its determinant is all the elements whose unit determinant is plus 1. Okay, now this whole set of unitary matrix with determinant plus 1 with operation matrix multiplication forms a group. So operation matrix is multiplication, right? Operation is defined as the matrix multiplication. Such group we can call it as special unitary group, denoted by SUN. Number of independent component of a special n by n unitary matrix, that we have that is n square minus 1. That is n square minus 1 for a special unitary matrix, special unitary group, right? Now SO2 and SO3. Okay. What is SO2? SO2 is a two-dimensional rotational group. We already seen for a rotation matrix we can represent like this. Okay, that we have already seen in this matrix linear algebra, right? Rotation matrix we have already seen in linear algebra, right? So we can represent, so if this x and this y, and if it is rotates like this, so the new coordinate we can represent x dash y dash in rotation in terms of rotation matrix like this. That already we have studied in mathematical physics, right? All right, in terms of x and y, this is the rotation matrix. Now this SO2 is the two-dimensional rotation group. SO3 is the three-dimensional rotation group. Okay, so if you consider a series of rotation elements, elements which are formed by the rotation with different angles. Okay, that may be SO2 in two-dimensional rotation, that may be SO3 in three-dimensional rotation, and this two-dimensional rotation matrix and three-dimensional rotation matrix that we have already derived. Okay, so this is the three-dimensional rotation matrix. The final result of this three-dimensional result is, so ux alpha into uy beta into uz gamma. This is the rotation matrix in three-dimensional, right? So this all we have studied already, we have discussed. Okay, now this is the SO3 rotation matrix, right? Now what is the rank of a group? So usually we can represent the rank of a group, that is the maximum number of generators of a continuous group that commute with each other, or it is the smallest cardinality of the generating set of a group. Okay, so the maximum number of generators, see here, if you select, see if you look to this group, what is the number of independent generators? Here only parameter is theta, which determines this rotation matrix. So here number of independent generator is 1. Okay, so if I am choosing an equation, okay, n into n minus 1, okay, n into n minus 1 divided by 2, that is 2 into 2 minus 1 by 2, that is equal to 1. So that is the number of where 2 is the order. Okay, so this is the equation to find out number of independent generators. But here if you look to this, you can see this is equal to u of alpha, beta and gamma, right? So here this alpha, beta and gamma, this all will determine this number of independent generators. So alpha and beta and gamma are the independent generators here, right? So here this three-dimensionally the rotation matrix is of order 3 by 3, right? So n into n minus 1 by 2, that is 3 into 3 minus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 3 into 2 by 2, that is equal to 3. So number of independent generators, that is 3, that is alpha, beta and gamma, right? So this way we can find out rank of a group, right? Rank of a group, right? So this is the end of this lesson, group theory. And as per the previous examination question paper, you may see different questions like which one of the following is special unitary, and which one of the following is special unitary, and number of independent generators in this orthogonal group of matrix, that is different kind of question you can see, but all questions are direct. And so once you study this, you can score full mark from this session. Okay, all right, thank you. In the next topic we will start with the probability theory. Okay, thank you.